Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today I am tackling a living room makeover and making it pet friendly. One of the most requested topics I've received over the years. Let's get started. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I saw a lot of comments in the last video. A lot of people realizing that they weren't yet subscribed to these videos. We actually have a stat on the back end. It's like 56% of you guys come back week over week to watch the videos but aren't yet subscribed. I suspect that's maybe because you're watching on your televisions. There is a way to subscribe on your TV. I'm pretty sure you push my channel profile pic. Literally, as I'm saying this, you can toggle up, you'll see my little profile photo, click that, and you should get another box that says subscribe to this channel. So click that, do it, please. With all that said and done, let's get into the makeover. I'm so excited to be helping Dana and Tommy make over their living room. I've actually known Dana for a while. She is Lottie and Boo's nanny. I say nanny because it's just so funny and we've really latched onto the term. But Dana is actually a professional pet sitter. She walks dogs in the city of Toronto. She has this really cool business that she started where she will attend to your dog if you're having a wedding and want your dog to be involved in your ceremony and just the day in general. She is obviously a huge animal lover. She's so caring and she's helped us out so much. So let's hop on a call with Dana and Tommy and get to know what they're looking for functionally and stylistically in this living room. Hi. Hi, Tommy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, finally.
I feel like I know you, but I realized before I got on this call, like we've actually never met in person, I don't think.
I know. I hear about you all the time and your cat.
Is Kuma there too?
Of course.
Here.
Hi, Kuma.
Hey, hi, Auntie Alexandra.
Well, congrats for winning a makeover with me and my team.
Oh, thank
Glad to
you.
be
We're
back.
so excited.
This call is really just to get to know your space, when you moved in, what's working, what's not working. Just tell me all the things.
So I've been living here for 5 years. Since then, I haven't actually been able to make it more of like a home. It just kind of feels like a house, to be honest. It doesn't feel like I'm so excited to go home, if that makes sense.
Oh, it totally does, yeah.
We recently got a new couch. It was from my grandmother. When you sit on the cushions like slide off. So I'm like having like friends over and we're all like half off the couch.
How do you readjust the pillows? Yeah.
So that definitely is not working. When I dog sit and I have dog sleepover, Tommy sleeps on the couch.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
That's not my choice, that's his choice.
Yeah.
So like a 2-seater wouldn't work because he needs at least a 3-seater to sleep on.
Do all the dogs sleep with you in your bed?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
They warm up to me and then I get the worst sleep ever because they're like crawling on top of me or I don't know what it is.
You're like, I'm not even your guardian. Why are you close to me?
I know.
One here, one here, one here, one here.
I can't do it.
There's no space for Tommy.
It's like the best job ever. So a 3-seater.
We also brought in a lot of stuff from Dana's grandmother's condo. At the time, we thought it's like, oh, free stuff, awesome. We'll just like put it here and put it there, but it's more or less cluttered. We don't have like a defined place for it. So they're just like weird things idling around the condo, like in the living space, especially because our living space is so small. It's more like a tiny storage.
I noticed that you have a lot of storage, but it's all kind of disjointed. It doesn't feel cohesive to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Under your kitchen island, have you ever had stools there or thought about having like stools?
Yeah, so we have like these 2 stools, but right now they're not underneath. We're eating on the corner of the island.
It's because there's a console
Yeah, there's
blocking,
a console.
Yeah.
which is not ideal.
Yeah.
Walk me through also your TV. It doesn't look like you have a console underneath it.
So we have a fireplace. We don't need it. It's basically there to make the space look more inviting when we have guests over. So basically what you're doing is gonna fix the problem with
I
that.
mean, I didn't even think about that. Like, you mentioned like a storage under a TV, but like taking that out and even like adding that as a space unit would be like so much more functional.
I think storage here in this space is going to be crucial. So wherever we can get it. So I'm glad you're open to replacing the fireplace.
Yeah, for sure.
And that'll allow us to lower the TV too.
Mhm.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Our necks are already.
We're always pinked up.
Yeah. So walk me through your inspo. Since you are like both sharing the space, I'd love to know what colors you are both drawn to, what style.
One thing that you're gonna be very happy about.
Oh my gosh, please say Tommy like loves pink.
He's like, well, yeah, like I like the pink couch at Alexandra, so we can have a pink couch.
Sorry, I need to just announce this to the office. Tommy doesn't mind pink because of my house. Specifically my pink sofa.
We missed your pink sofa.
Okay.
We're excited for a bright space, but we also would love to incorporate neutrals.
I don't think we want anything like that kind of sharp.
No, I know what you mean. You know, you have color, but it still feels soft and not overbearing.
Yeah. One thing I did want to mention is I wanted something kind of like a Kumas Corner.
Yeah.
Just something that is like cute so I can like make little videos with him there.
I'm so excited. We have never really done like a pet heavy video before, but we all talked before about how like so many people can relate to this, I think. Pet storage, also like furniture for your pet, washable rugs.
Yes!
So Kumas Corner just makes a lot of sense.
This is actually Kuma's house.
This is a Kumas project.
We just live here.
That's amazing. I feel like I have a good idea of what we're gonna do. I'm really excited.
Honestly, thank you so much. This is amazing and something we've been trying to work on, but don't have the skill or like the execution. So
You don't know how much this means to
yeah,
us.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's really my pleasure. Like you take such good care of Lottie and Boo, and yeah, exciting. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
So the main thing about this living room is that it needs to be pet friendly, point blank. Dana has animals over all the time. She has their dog Kuma, and I'm also loving their inspo. It's really bright, it's really comfortable. They're definitely not scared of color, and I really just want to bring in kind of a fresh new vibe in this space, make it feel happy, warm, and also cozy for pets. So here's what I'm thinking. First and foremost, I want a bright and bold sofa. Thinking something in this bright terracotta fabric. I want it to be velvet, but I also want it to be pet friendly. More on that later. I want to add peel and stick molding to the wall. This is, after all, a cookie cutter, white box condo. I want to add some visual interest to it. I also really want to make use of vertical wall space rather than horizontal wall space for storage. They have this storage cabinet under their kitchen island. I want to move that storage to a wall, make it vertical to free up space for a couple of colorful island stools so they have even more seating. Dana had pinned a lot of images for like pet corners. So we are creating a Kuma corner outfitted with a neon sign, a portrait, and the most stylish pet bed imaginable. Okay, good morning everyone. It is prep day and there are so many boxes, basically taking up the entire living room we're making over. We are gonna start by unboxing everything so we can just see what we have before we can actually start, you know, putting it in the space. We've had an interesting morning, but we're ready. Well, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I spilt a can of paint that's really hard to clean up, and so...
We thought it was in the lobby, so we were like, me, Amanda, and Aletta were picturing paint all over the condo lobby. Actually, it was in the garage.
It just went a full 90 upside down, like flat, so that when you picked it up, the lid was... It wasn't comical because the concierge was escorting us to the elevator, and then she just saw like her life flash before her eyes.
I know you see like the happy-go-lucky behind the scenes, but sometimes it's really, this stuff is really tough. But I'm excited, we're ready-ish. Let's do this. Look how beautiful this is. Like, what? This is probably my favorite part of every makeover, like unboxing. It really feels like Christmas. I don't think you guys are ready to see this photo. Oh my gosh, can't handle that. Wow. Stunning. Graham is taking down the electric fireplace that was here. This fireplace was just taking up valuable storage real estate in a small living room. Dana and Tommy were totally fine with selling it. They've had it for a while. So we're taking that down and we're patching and painting the space where it was. Now that we've unboxed everything, it's time to put up some wall molding. This is from Luxe Architectural. I've used them a couple of times in a few different makeovers, and this product is so cool because you can instantly add character to a rental without putting any holes in the walls. You'll see what I mean in a second. So this is the peel and stick back. You literally peel this back and then it's gonna stick on, and you can remove it just like any other peel and stick product, which is so cool. The first thing we're doing is finding the center of the wall, and this is where the centerpiece of molding is going to sit, and we're gonna work our way out from there. We're doing 3 panels of molding on this open wall. So Graham and I are figuring out the distance we want between each piece of molding. I kind of want these to be as centered as possible so you don't lose them on the large wall. So we're just doing lots of calculations and figuring out what that measurement looks like. I'm always struck when we use this product with how simple it is, but how much of an impact it has on a white box condo. It makes the ceilings look so much taller, it adds so much character, and just makes this whole apartment feel so much more luxe. So the next thing we're gonna do is build the media unit. I'm really excited about this. We're using a storage locker. A storage locker makes it sound like in an apartment building. I really wanted there to be as much storage in here as possible, and they didn't even have a media unit in here before, so they're missing out on that valuable storage space. So we're gonna build it. It's a beautiful olive green color.
I'm not gonna build it.
Well, I am. Look, we're matching today. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
We're done for the day. We've gotten a lot accomplished. This molding. I mean, we'll be back tomorrow, obviously. With that, what am I saying? And with that, we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys. Okay, final day of this makeover. We're pulling it together because we are revealing to Tommy and Dana tomorrow. The first thing I'm gonna do is work on prepping this outlet cover. This outlet cover is very special because we are actually selling these on alexandragater.com in the Palms Marketplace right now. So we have the double and then the single gang. On the back it has my name and Palms, which is so exciting. These were made in the workshop, in the Team AG workshop. And the cool thing is you can buy them painted or unpainted like this one. So if you want to paint them your own special color, you totally can. I'm gonna do that today. I'm so excited to announce that Palmed Marketplace has been restocked. There's slippers in some bright fun spring colors. There's some home decor items like these really cute placemats, and of course the outlet covers. These outlet covers are such an easy way to update your rental, and they come in a pre-painted blue, a pre-painted pink, and then a fully primed one that you can sand and paint yourself at home. The primed ready to paint ones were launched last week and they're already sold out. So I've restocked them for pre-orders. All the links and info will be down below, and you can also go to alexandragater.com to shop at any time. You want to go in with your color of choice in an enamel paint. So something you would use on trim, that's gonna make it extra durable. And I'm gonna paint this the same color as a coffee table that you're gonna see later on today. So I'm gonna let this dry, add a second coat later. For now, let's move on to the rug. So let's talk pet-friendly rugs. I'm bringing in this washable rug from Ruggable. How many times can I say rug in one sentence? And it comes with this base layer. The top of the rug sticks to it, so you can easily remove it and chuck it in the wash, which is great. I follow a TikToker who does like clean with me's. His name's Jack Callahan, I think. And he has so many Ruggable rugs in his apartment, and he's like always washing them, and they look totally brand new when he takes them out of the wash, which is really cool. This is so cute. I love it. It's all hands on deck to build the IKEA sofa. I chose the Finale sofa. It's really fluffy and comfortable for Tommy to sleep on, and yes, it is a 3-seater, which is what they requested. So I found this company called ComfortWorks, and I leaned over to Elena's desk and I was like, we have to use these covers in a makeover because people always ask me, what fabric should I buy for my sofa? What's pet friendly? This sofa is not only velvet, but it's claw proof, washable, and they make the covers to fit IKEA sofas. So you can choose the IKEA sofa you have, buy the cover for it. Let's do it. Let's turn this sofa into a custom pet friendly dream. One of my most favorite IKEA hacks is just switching the leg on your sofa or any IKEA piece of furniture that you have. These are from Pretty Pegs. They're my go-to for custom legs that fit IKEA furniture, and they're really simple. So you just pick the sofa you have or the item of furniture you have from IKEA, and they'll send you the right bolt. That's it. So easy. I'm very impressed with the sofa cover. It's really cool how you can have a velvet looking and feeling sofa that's also super pet friendly, claw proof, washable. It feels really nice in here. It feels like bright and beautiful. I love approaching Graham and saying, okay, you have free creative reign for this project. And this was one of those projects. I said, your task is to make a coffee table. Here are the dimensions. Go wild. The only functional criteria I gave him is that it needed to have storage, and we couldn't have a glass tabletop because there's gonna be pets running around. So it needed to be a solid piece of furniture that could withstand, we'll pause running on it daily. With all of those functional elements in mind, Graham decided that he wanted to create a similar coffee table to the one he made for James's maximalist living room, but put a little twist on it and make it more pet friendly. When Graham first made this coffee table for James's living room, I explained how he used a method called staving to cut small angled strips of wood and glue them together using brad nails and wood glue. I recommend checking out that video for DIY instructions on how to do this method. To start this project, Graham is cutting a series of 14-inch long wood strips at 5-degree and 9-degree angles using his table saw. He's using the 5-degree angled piece to make the wavy length of the base and the 9-degree angles for the smaller waves along the width. He's piecing the lengths together and securing them with brad nails until the wood glue has dried. Now that he's shaped the base with the sander, he's making the bottom of the base out of some scrap MDF pieces. He's gluing and securing them with brad nails and clamps until dry. Graham is smoothing out the angled edges where the staved pieces of MDF meet each other. He's now shaping the base so that it has the same contours using a flush trim router bit. Finally, he's filling any cracks or holes with wood filler. Because we want this coffee table to have storage, Graham needs to make a lid with a hinge that opens. To do this, Graham has to create a straight piece of wood that matches the length and contours of the coffee table. He's tracing the contours onto the piece of wood and then cutting it out with a jigsaw and sanding it down until it fits perfectly. Graham is now priming the entire base using shellac-based primer. He's using a continuous hinge for the lid hinge and securing it using small brass screws. Graham had this awesome idea to actually create a tray that fits seamlessly inside of the coffee table so that Dana and Tommy could put away their remotes and any other small knickknacks when they have pets running around the house. To do this, Graham is basically creating a shelf inside the coffee table. He's using a piece of oak butcher block and tracing the contours from the inside of the coffee table onto the piece of oak, cutting out the shape with a jigsaw, and shaping it with a spindle sander until it fit properly inside the coffee table. He's making a rounded handle using the same method and securing it using 2 screws. Lastly, he's sealing this beautiful little tray with linseed oil. He's painting the lid and the base using semi-gloss Old Claret in Benjamin Moore's advanced line of paint. can't even. This is for remotes. What? 100% made from scrap pieces of wood from the workshop. This is insane. Okay, so when they're done, at the end of the night, watching TV, I wanna put it away. What? Amplifying the storage in here, and this also just looks stunning. Wow. Okay, this gorgeous light is from Mitzi. I want one of these. It's so beautiful. And it's gonna give them lots of extra light. If you're sitting at home right now, watching this in the dark, consider table lamps or floor lamps. I feel like a lot of times apartments and condos have like one light source and it's usually overhead. And around here, we don't use the overhead lights. Instantly warm in here. Instantly overexposed. The power of light to make a space feel cozy, unmatched. I'm bringing in this beautiful muted olive media unit. I'm loving how much extra storage we're bringing in here. Cute. Okay, let's bring in the TV. My favorite part of bringing the TV is gonna be putting the remotes in here. A note, the TV just slides a little bit to the right on the mount so that they can access that HVAC door if they need to. As you guys know, the TV was really high before, and that was one of the things Dana requested. She's like, do you think you could lower our TV? It's like they were sitting there like that. So I'm gonna plug it in, I'm gonna put the remotes in the coffee table, and then we're gonna move on. I'm mounting the curtains on these back windows. If you live in a condo like this with white walls, feels very cookie cutter, don't underestimate the power of curtains. It's gonna add texture and warmth, no matter what color they are. This beautiful print is from Emily Keating Snyder. I have a canvas of Emily's in my home. This is a print, but honestly, can't really tell the difference. This looks like canvas. So if I fooled you, it's a print. We are gonna move on to storage. Yay!
It's like we just did ballet.
I know, I loved it. Dana and Tommy had like a cabinet under the island, and they were storing a lot of overflow kitchen food, dog food, etc. We're adding stools here later, so I thought that a cabinet like this would be perfect. Dana can put baskets up here. She can hide Kuma's food in the bottom here. This beautiful piece is from Article. I love it. Okay, so this is what we like to call a condo special. Why is this light here? At first we were like, maybe because if you had a dining table underneath it, but then people couldn't walk past, you couldn't really have a living space, so I'm not really sure why it's here. We are gonna fix it by adding a pendant light and then swagging that pendant light to the center of the room. Watch and learn, people, watch and learn. This beautiful light is from Mitzi. Cute, oh my gosh. This pendant could totally work without these little shades, like with just the exposed bulbs, but this is cute. We're gonna use a cup hook centered above the coffee table, and we're gonna hook the chain into it. It's gonna be magic. These beautiful stools are from Article. Yes, we color matched the coffee table to match back to these. I really wanted to give Dana and Tommy another seating area, and now that it's not cramped by that horizontal cabinet, because we have this one, the stools fit. This shelf is going to be both stylish and very functional. I've already put Kuma's food down here, and then he's got some treats in this basket going down here. Dana can fill this up even more. There's so much room. She has so many treats for Kuma. It's kind of comical. And then up here, because everything's out in the open, it has to look cute. So I'm gonna start with some baskets. Baskets are so great because you can store stuff in them, but they still look really beautiful on display. So I'm gonna pop this here. 2 little canisters for Kuma's treats. Now I'm layering in even more baskets. Dana can fill these with all of Kuma's necessities. And then layering in decor amongst all the storage to make it look cute. Finally, a couple of plants that Dana already had. One thing Dana really wanted was a corner for Kuma. She's actually already named it Kumas Corner. So we got Kuma his own personalized neon sign from Eos. So there's no mistaking that this is his corner. Like, how cool is that though? This is a custom portrait of Kuma. You may notice he's wearing a pink neckerchief. His tongue is It's going. And he just looks so happy. Like anytime I see Kuma, he's smiling. He's like, I have this professionally framed by Poster Jack, my one-stop shop for all my framing needs. They do such a great job. So we're gonna hang it in the one and only Kumas Corner. I'm just hiding the neon sign cord behind. It's clear, which is nice too, so it's not too noticeable. Don't worry, we're cord covering everything in here, but we're gonna leave that to the end. This sign came with a battery pack as well. So if you didn't want to plug it in, you could also use batteries, which is cool. Or like Graham said, if you live on a boat, you can still have a neon sign.
Forest.
Oh, or the forest. This pet bed is from the Rattan Studio on Etsy. So I'm gonna end the day by adding a few pieces of furniture, starting with a side table. Dana already had these stairs for Kuma. They're very loved. You can see his little paw prints have like made the wood lighten a bit. It's so cute. And these are in perfect condition, so I thought, why not keep them? I'm feeling like this area is a little bit empty, so I have the stool, it's a HomeSense find. And I'm gonna put it here against the window. Dana and Tommy can bring it into the living room if they have guests over, or Kuma can sit and look out the window. I'm finishing off the day by decorating Kumas Corner. These are all of Kuma's stuffies. He has so many. These cute bowls are from HomeSense. And these little toys, like the weight, the pink bone, I can't even handle it. They're going in there. Okay, that is it for today. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'm gonna pull the space together with final finishing touches, and then we're gonna reveal to Dana, Tommy, and of course Kuma. Okay, bye.
Hi.
Hi. It's reveal day. I'm so excited for Dana and Tommy to see this space. Before we get into finishing touches, I could not get to sleep at the thought of Kuma not having a fluffy, cozy cushion for a bed. So I just stopped by my local pet store this morning and grabbed one. Now we're all set for finishing touches. I am styling the sofa with these beautiful cushions from Christina Lundstein. They bring in so much color and pattern to this room. I'm adding a couple of cozy throw blankets to the sofa arms. We know Dana loves to be cozy. Adding some books and a vase to the coffee table. I'm styling the media unit with a stack of books and a cute little photo of Dana and Tommy. I'm adding a pet-friendly faux plant. This is key if you have animals that like to eat plants. Placing a washable doormat down by the patio door. I'm hanging this beautiful art piece in this dark wood frame. And finally, I'm adding one of the first custom palmed outlet covers. Okay, it's time to bring Tommy, Dana, and of course Kuma in for the reveal. I am so nervous. Revealing spaces to people I know, nothing more nerve-wracking. Are you guys excited? Woo! Okay, Dana, can you walk me through what the living room looked like before?
So it was very bland and it was white. I had a hand-me-down couch, which is fine, but it wasn't functional. Tommy had to sleep on the couch.
Multiple times my dogs would sleep over. We had a bunch of like miscellaneous things, kind of like playing a storage game type of thing.
Okay, well, this was such a joy to do for you, and I'm so excited for you to see it. Okay, on the count of 3.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, open your eyes.
Oh my. What?
Oh my god.
This is a complete different house. This is actually insane, guys. Oh, you guys killed it. It's homey.
And it's like still minimalistic. Oh my gosh, and the coffee table's so cute.
Okay.
And it opens, so there's
Red,
storage.
you freaking beast. The amount of storage we have now.
Oh my god.
I love the light fixture. Do you see Kumas Corner?
Oh my god, I didn't see the portrait.
Is that him?
That's him, I sent it.
What?
Rocky, real corner, baby
so cute. I can't even handle it.
You're almost living a bougie lifestyle now.
Oh, I love it. You bought us new pet wipes.
Yeah, just because they're pink.
Oh, it matches the theme. It feels weird. It's like a small condo, but it feels like a house when you like kind of look into this view here.
Thank you. This is
Yay.
amazing.
Now you're
Yeah,
liking
buddy.
it. That's your new home.
Yeah.
It's your new home.
What do you think?
I hope you're all watching this with your cute little furry friends. I get so many DMs, pictures of your animals watching the videos with you. Nothing makes me happier. What's next on the docket?
Your entryway is up next.
I am making over my entryway, lots of color, lots of storage. I have a tiny, tiny entryway, so I'm hoping this video will bring you solutions for your tiny little entryway. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hi. Hello.
Are you getting all the footage?
You like your new bed.
Look how fancy
my
you
gosh.
look. Look how fancy you are.
Good boy.